All right, here we are doing the reveal for Digging History and honoring the sacrifice. And today I went out. It's Sunday, the 15th of December. I've got to jump on some homework and get it done before midnight tonight. So I got a little bit of time, about 4.5 hours. So went to a spot that I have over across the river in Pomeroy, Ohio. And found a lot of really cool stuff. Looks like about from the 1920s, a lot of it. And I'm going to just kind of point this down here. And I'm going to just start holding it up and kind of telling you what it is. And I'm going to try to go through it relatively quick, but there's a lot of stuff here. The first really cool thing that I found, and I shot a video of it, is this cap pistol. And that's what it is. It's a cap pistol, and it actually got it cleaned up so it will open. Very, very cool. Probably, it says it's a Texan, so I'm going to say it's at least 50 years old, maybe a little bit older. It's a pretty nice cap gun. Whoever the kid was that got this, I mean, they got a heck of a gift, and they probably bought it from one of the local stores. Dug down about 2 foot and got another axe. I really like digging these axes up, and now I have 3 really roached axes like this that I'm going to have to give to Corbett, and he's going to run it through his electrolysis machine, and then we're going to cover it with wax and try to save it, preserve it. But this is what happens. This was a couple of feet down, so this is very well could date Civil War, if not even before the Civil War. So it is a cool axe head. I found this thing. I'm not even sure what it is. Looks like there were some connections on the end here, but it's I dug it up, and actually, to be honest with you, now that I look at it, it looks like it was part of a coil on a radio. So probably from the 1920s. This would have been what the wire would have been around. But it's almost like a stone type material. Found this really cool soap dish container here. This would have been, probably from the 20s as well, 20s, 30s. And that was really cool to find that. Found this, a little lid. Now, this is probably the lid to a toothpick case. So, again, probably from the teens or the 20s. Another piece of tin that I found, not sure. I think, now that I look at this, I think this is one of those things that came out of a salt container that you poured it out. So, probably not that old. This, I have no idea what it is, but I found stuff like this. It looks like it's electronic. This piece of junk. Pieces of a pocket knife that I found up on the hill. Pretty cool. I thought that was a button, got real excited about it, and it's not a button. It's the head of a rivet. Another electronic connector. Piece of a watch. Yeah. I found this live bullet. Now, this is a military grade bullet, and you can tell by the writing that's on the bottom of this. So, very well, I'll look at the markings and stuff, but it says it says 18 on the bottom of it. So I'm thinking that this is probably something from the World War I time period, and some soldier probably brought it home from the First World War. A fired .38 cartridge. Something, I have no idea what it is, but I dug it up and I wanted to show it to you. A modern bullet. An electrical connector. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. Again, another piece. As you can see, it had something here like a spring. So this could have came from an old clock or an old radio, because I am finding some pieces there. Now this I got real excited about. because of the writing, the U.S. stamp in the middle. Okay, but this is a Tatham air rifle. It's part of an air rifle. So found that up in the woods. Found this whenever I was digging. I dug up a ceramic doll hand. So this would have been from the 1920s time period. Very well fits into that time period. A cool lock. So I like finding locks, and sometimes, I get them cleaned off, and it looks like I'm going to be able to read this. We'll probably run this through the electrolysis. But yeah, it's a nice, 75 to 100-year-old lock. Very cool to find. A couple of hinges, probably off of a music box, or again, it could be from this radio. I found a lot of this stuff in the same area that I found that. Not sure what that is. It just looked like part of a rivet. Same thing with this. Found this, and again, like I said, could have been part of an old radio system. So this is kind of neat because it screws onto something. So this is, I see the thread that is in there, and it's, it's got it to where it can be hand tightened. So I'm not sure what this came off of, but if anybody knows, there you go. You can take a look at it. Found this. I got real excited about it, and then I realized it's just a piece of barbed wire. This is the end of a belt. All in the same area. Found this kind of a cool bullet. It's not real old, but I was just kind of amazed at how it was made, and I'm sure that somebody probably hand poured that thing. Found the back of a pocket watch. As you can see, there's some really nice ornate design on the back of that thing. Probably from the 40s, maybe from the 30s. I'm not sure. Found a bell top. Found two bell tops. So, this could have been from a phone, an old door buzzer. Not sure. Found this. This is a toothpaste container. It was all rolled up, and when I unrolled it, I started looking. It said toothpaste, and I'm trying to get the name of the company. It says something company, so I'm going to try to look that up, and it may say Fayal Company. I'm not sure, but I'll take a look at it, and it's not too often you find an old toothpaste container, and I'm going to guess it's probably from the 20s. And this little bottle, and I found this bottle as well. So nice markings on the bottom. Not super old because you had the twist tops that went on the top. So this would have been probably the 40s or even the 50s, but it's still kind of cool to find it. Found this from a garter belt, and that was a cool find. And then I found this. This is some sort of a little plate, and I've got to clean this up. There's some writing on this, and I've got to be able to read this, but I can't read it. Now this I found, and when you shake it, there's something in it. Okay, and it looks like there's a way to open this up, but I'm kind of perplexed because it's got this, so I'm just wondering if this is some sort of an old resistor from a radio. It could be. I've tried to open this and I can't get it open, but if you shake it, you can hear it. Now, I found something really cool here, and I know people are going to flip their lid whenever they find out what this is. So check it out. So I found this it was all twisted up and it's down in a hole, and it says on there on the top, it says 3 Merry Widows, $1. And it says selected, tested. That, my friends, I looked up, is from the 1920s. And it is a, sorry about that, that's my dog. It is It is a condom container. So there were 3 condoms in this thing from the 1920s. And you know, obviously there were none in there now. So, so back in the day, you know, this was how you would go and you'd buy your condoms back in the day. So, and they came in a little tin like this. And there it is. So, a Merry Widows. You got to go outside, don't you? Can you not see I'm videotaping here? Charlie. Do you want to go outside? Go ahead and sit down. All right. So, I got to take my dog outside. Merry Widows. Don't be rude. Now, hush for a second. Merry Widows. Merry Widows. Condom container. You old hog. Come over here. Come over here. Look up here. Come on. Up here. Up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Check him out. That is my dog, Charlie, that you all hear about all the time. And that's my daughter running in the background there.
Hello!
And Charlie wants to get up there too and say hello. So I'm going to have to take my dog out, but those were the finds of the day. And if I get this thing open, I'll let you know if I find anything in it.
What is it?
I have no idea. It's got something in it, though.
I think it's just regular salt.
It could be.
Love you, Dad.
Love you, too. You know what I think it is? I think it's matches. But we'll see. So anyways, keep watching us on Digging History. Remember, folks, you can't find any of this stuff sitting on the couch.
Or lollygagging.
Or lollygagging. Get up and get to digging, and I'm going to take my dog outside. God bless and have a good evening.